Hey everyone, I'm going to react to My Hero Academia Season 5, Episode 14, Off to Endeavor's Agency. Yay! Last episode was there was this Christmas party that went on. You had this incident that happened at Deika City, and then the aftermath of that was the commission or whatever sending out this communicate. They were gonna restart the work study with the students and everything. So everybody was talking about where they were gonna go. Bakugo would have went to Best Jeanist, but then they said that Best Jeanist is missing, which I don't know when. I don't remember when or how, or if I even saw that happening. So he's missing, and Naira is dead. So now Shoto is telling Bakugo and Deku to come work with his father, his agency, and whatnot. I'm like, I like that idea. So that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys have my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and please go to support on Patreon at patreon.com/family. And now let's start this episode. And here we go. After the episode ended, I had to go back and just look through the episodes again because I feel like I wasn't really getting what was going on. I know that Hawks is on the cover and everything. I thought he was on the cover with the League of Villains, but then it seems like there's this thing called the Liberation Army that's also there. Are they also associated with the League of Villains, or is the League of Villains manipulating this Liberation Army thing that Hawks is part of, like, from the background? Like, I don't know. The fight with the Nomo at the end of last season was part of the League of Villains. They were trying to test this new Nomo, right? And then Endeavor, Hawks manipulated in such a way that Endeavor was the one that faced that Nomo. And now they started this episode with Hawks on this call with Dabi, and then Dabi is basically giving him another chance to, I guess, test another Nomu or something. But then he's like, I want you to give us another hero that's not like the number one or something or other like that. So then we see him with Best Jeanist, which last episode, Bakugo saw in the newspaper that Best Jeanist was missing. Is that where this is coming from? Because we see Best Jeanist this episode. House comes to see him, and then he asks about how he's feeling and everything after the fight with All For One. And then he's missing along, but he said he's okay and that he's looking to get back into the game because he has he said that he has people that he's looking to reform or something or other like that. And my mind immediately went to Bakugo, and he said that he was gonna get back into the hero thing, and then you see Hawks in the background, like, that's too bad. And then he has one of his what's it called, plume, whatever, feather in his hand. So it seems like he did something to Best Jeanist. So is that why they are now saying that Best Jeanist is missing? So after that, we see the kids going off to start their internship with Endeavor, right? Endeavor was like, he didn't really want to have those two. He just wanted to focus on Shoto, but since Shoto asked, he didn't refuse. And then they were there, and then they were started working or something, and then Endeavor just like told them to stay behind him and just look and whatnot, and he just started going. And then they showed this guy that was the servant of the stars or something or other, I don't know. And then he started attacking, telling everybody that there was darkness coming and whatnot. And it seems like Endeavor figured something was happening before you actually heard something happening, you know. So he made his way there. Hawks was like, "This is bad timing." What was he doing there? I have no clue. He's like, "This is bad timing," and then he Endeavor was facing the villain, right? And he basically led Endeavor through this hall, not a hallway, but and then there was these other two people there, and the others, the kids, Bakugo and the others were about to take care of them, but then Hawk showed up and took care of them. And after they caught this person, the person started saying how this person, the light that this person is hiding some kind of darkness or is bringing darkness or something or other. Like, I'm like, who is he talking about? I know Endeavor was there and everything, but for some reason, it just, I don't know if I'm reading too much into it, but I feel like he's not really talking about Endeavor, that he's talking about somebody else. And my mind went to Hawks. I don't know why, but yeah, he said that while he was being hauled away. And then Endeavor asked Hawks what he was doing there. That he told him to let him know when he was coming or something or other like that. And then Hawks is like, I was already in the neighborhood. And then he gave him this. He's like, "Have you read this?" And he's like, "You should read it. If you don't have time to read it, I've highlighted some things." And you have Deku over there was like, "Oh my gosh, if he's trying to get Endeavor to read it, that must mean that this book contains some kind of secret and whatnot." And then he just turns around and whipped out the other three other books and they gave it to him. After he left, after Hawks left, Best Jeanist's house, apartment, whatever, he had this big bag with him, right? And I'm like, what is it? In my mind, the first thing that came to my mind is like he has Best Jeanist's head in there. I don't know why my mind went there, but that's what I'm like. In my mind, I'm thinking he killed Best Jeanist, and then he has his head in there, and then he's gonna give it as some sort of offering to the League of Villains that he's willing to do anything to be part of their plan or something or other like that. That's where my mind went at first. But then when he was with Endeavor and then he was giving them the books and I'm like, okay, did he have those books in those bags? But then as I was rewatching those part of the episodes, I didn't see the bag with him, while he was giving them the books and everything. So I'm like, I don't know what he has in those bags, but like, yeah, he gave them those books. And as he was talking to them and everything and trying to give out this code word to Endeavor and all that, he kept saying that he's being watched. He can't outright say what is happening, so he's trying to do this in this roundabout way. And I'm thinking, okay, you're saying that you are watched, and then you are giving them this, and then you telling them to read this particular section of the book. Isn't that gonna alert those people that are watching you that you're trying to, clue them into what's going on? That's what I was thinking. But then, previously in the episode, Hawks went to what I now know, because when I first saw the scene, I'm like, who are those people? Where is he? It seems like that's basically sort of like the headquarters of the Liberation Army hero. And then the sliding go hero was there. The one that came after Bakugo and Shoto took care of those villains after they got their provisional licenses. The guy that came right after and then took the villains away and everything, that guy is also part of the Liberation Army. When that scene was first playing out, I'm like, where the heck is where is he? Who are those people? Why are they talking? There was this one guy that had sort of like a laptop in his hands and was saying something about how Hawks had all this access to the hero network and all of that. It didn't compute when I first saw it that those people are part of this Liberation Army. It wasn't after I rewatched it that I'm like, oh, okay, so that's where he went. He went to their headquarters, I guess. And then they said that he had all these devices on him that allowed, I guess, this guy with the laptop to track him, like wherever he was going. So when he was there, right? And then they said all of those things. And now he's with Endeavor, and then he's stuck telling them about this book and that they should read these particular sections of the book and all of that. And I'm like, okay, aren't you alerting them some way? But then when I started thinking about it, the book is about the Liberation Army and their ideology and all of that. So they might think, like those people that are watching him and everything, they might think that he's trying to recruit these heroes into their trying to get them to see their ideology and get them to join them in some way. So maybe they're safe. The communication is like when he was trying to impart these coded messages to Endeavor and all of that, maybe those people are not gonna be able to, they're not gonna fully they're not gonna know that he's trying to warn Endeavor about what was about to happen. And then Endeavor was in his office, and then he's trying to read through this. He's like, Hawks was acting weird because previously everything he says it with a joke. He looks like he's joking when he's talking to him and everything. But in this particular situation, he was really serious. He had this look in his eyes. Everything that he was saying was sort of like contrary to what he said to him previously. So he sat in the chair and then he was just going through the book and everything. Then he figured out that this Liberation Army was gonna go, like they said the enemy was the Liberation Army, and that they were gonna go into action in like 4 months. So it's like at least he got the message. And it seems that the people that got Hawks to go undercover, the commission, it seems like they also got the message because he said that he sent them the code as well. So okay, but this Liberation Army is gonna go into action in 4 months. What are they gonna do? Are they associated with the League of Villains? And like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, so I'm like, Oh yeah, Hawks at one point said that he was waiting for someone to show up. I'm assuming Darby. He was waiting for him to show up, but he didn't show up. Like, did something go wrong or something or other like that? So there's that. They said that Tokoyami was still working at his agency, but since Hawks is all busy with everything, he can't really work with Koyami directly. So he's like working with his sidekicks in his agency and everything. What else happened? Yeah, I think I talked about pretty much everything. They said that the leader of the Liberation Army was, in the book, at least it was Destro. Is this Destro person still around? They said there was like over 100k heroes in this Liberation Army stuff. So it's like, okay, what? It seems like this army doesn't believe that the world needs heroes. And if that's the case, that's basically what the League of Villains also believe, that the world doesn't need heroes, But who knows? I have no clue. I feel like they are connected, like the army, the Liberation Army and the League of Villains, they're connected somehow. I just don't know exactly how they're connected, But yeah, thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/feelingme, where you can find the full length of this reaction there, and you can also see my reaction to the next episode already uploaded there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. 그리 와하다